How's everybody doing? Welcome back to our trucking adventure. Let's climb up in the cab and we'll get her started. Alright, so I've already been on the laptop this morning. I've found a decent paying job. It's quite short, but that just means we'll have to find another longer one a little bit later, but it's paying really good. It's paying like nearly 60 bucks a mile, so for how short it is, I kind of have to take it. So let's get the old girl moving. Get her out onto the highway and we'll run and pick this job up. It's nothing too flash. It's propane. So we're using again one of our licenses, obviously flammable gas license. Anytime we get to use one of our special licenses is always good for me. But yeah, I will get driven over there and I will see you again shortly. Okay, so we are pulling up on the yard now. It's just up here on our left according to my little GPS there. So we'll get swung in here. And we'll see if we can find somebody official looking and ask them whether they've got any propane around here. It's another rail yard, I think. I seem to be finding these a bit lately. That looks like a propane tank right next to us, but I'll just go and double check. Alright, yeah, so it is just to our left a little bit. We should be able to see it right there. So, nothing huge, nothing heavy. Just dangerous. Don't crash it because, you know, propane go boom. Okay, let's get reversed into this one. Probably don't want to reverse into it too fast. Let's get her pinned up. Usually it's not too big of a drama. Definitely starting to get better at this reversing thing. I wouldn't say I'm good yet, but I'm getting better. Right, let's get her hooked up. Alright, so I've got her all hooked up. Grab a photo as I normally do. Let's get her moving. Let's just have a quick squeeze. Yeah, 35,000 pounds, so it's nothing super heavy. I mean, it's not the lightest thing in the world, but it's nothing to write home about weight-wise. Let's try and get this turned around in this tiny little driveway. Plenty of room. Alright, and we will hit the road. Yeah, it's only 100 miles up the road that we're going, but we're getting paid, what, 6 grand for it, I think it was? So, I can do that. Normally I look for a bit of a longer job, but for what this is paying, then there's not much else in this town at the moment, so take what I can get. I'm going after this car. Alright, let's get her rolling. Did grab a lot of grass that time though. It's quite a sharp driveway they've got. I have noticed that the traffic lights in this town take forever as well, so that's going to be fun if I get stuck. Alright, cool. We're not getting stuck at this one, but we'll probably get stuck at the next lot, I dare say. Well, they're already red, so maybe we won't have to stop for too long if we do have to stop at all. We're going to have to stop, damn it. It's not going to be for long though, they're turning, so... Alright, we got the green. It was only a couple of seconds that we had to wait, so that's fine. Let's get her moving. So yeah, it is currently real early in the morning. It is, what, 3:45. So, had to get up early for this one. I got a notification on the app to say that there was a job coming in that was paying really well, so it woke me up, so I thought I might as well go and grab it. But we are going to have to stop at this one for a little bit, so I will see you all in a second. Alright, so we've got the green light. Let's get it rolling along slowly. It's almost too heavy to skip first low to second low. Alright, we got a boogie in though, so let's just start rolling through the gears just nicely. Yeah, so you would have noticed, but we are once again in the Smokey and the Bandit tribute truck, so I have got my eyes on another truck. That one that I was looking at in a barn, unfortunately, the guy was just chasing too much for it. I'll tell you now, it was an R600, but he wanted 100 and something grand for it, so in the condition it was in, it's a gorgeous truck, but it wasn't a $100,000 truck. I've seen them registered, ready to go for 80. I'm not going to spend more on one that I've got to do work on. I'm sorry. So I am still keeping my eye out. I'm looking for... Oh, that was going to be the surprise, was being an R600, but I'm looking for something to do bigger, heavier jobs with. Sure, I could go and get this swapped out put something big in it and use this, but I'm happy with how this is driving right now. So what I'm looking at is there's actually an old Superliner available. It's got one of the old Mac V8s in it, so it's got a good amount of power in it. But they are chasing about the $100,000 to $120,000 mark, I think. So I'm going to have to save up a bit for it. It's nothing too major, like we're already at 90 something, so. And I can probably go and get a loan from the bank. I just would have rathered not to, so we'll see how we go. Yeah, now that we are on the open roads, how has everybody's week been? I've been bulk recording everything, so I am heading to Perth in a few days to pick up my new car, and we are doing a bit of Christmas shopping while we're down there. Where I live, we don't have a lot of shops available, and the stock in them's pretty laughable sometimes, so yeah, we're going to go down there. Bunch of toy shops there for the young bloke, so we'll figure something out for him for Christmas, and pick up my new car and just have a night away, just the two of us. It's not often we get to do it, so me and my partner, it's always good to be able to do it when we can, so grateful that her mum is going to look after the child for us. So yeah, that is what I've been doing. I've been bulk recording. This is actually the last video I'm going to have time to record before we take off, so but I have got all of next week's videos done after this. Then after that it'll be back to regularly scheduled programming, but yeah. Tell you what, trying to record, 9 videos in 2 days, it's puts a lot of stress on you apparently. Oh, we're slowing down a bit now. And then trying to get them edited as well, and then forgetting rendering times, and it's been interesting. We got little red flashing lights. I'm assuming that means that we got a red light up ahead, but we are turning here, so I'm going to risk it for the right on red. Let's just roll on through. Sweet. Should really have dropped down another gear then, but it's fine, we didn't stall it. Yeah, this has been such an easy, quick little drive. I'm hoping that there's another bigger drive up. I don't even remember where we're going. It was just too good of a paying job, and it was only down the road, and for $6,000, like, you can't really say no. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Should I stick to trying to find another older R600? I'm not sure what motors they came out with. I think some of them had the Mac V8s, but I'm really not too sure. So what do you reckon? Stick with the Superliner. I know parts availability for the Superliner is a lot easier. I have been looking into that. And I can get it, a bit more stock without any of the flash bits on it for probably about 100 grand. Oh, have I got a detour right here? Really? Of course there is. Okay, so this is the town that I want to be in, but I can't get there. Oh my god, it's just doubled the length of this trip. That's annoying. Seem to get really unlucky with that happening lately. Alright, following the GPS, it's not going to be a lot longer of a drive, but I would like to try and see if there's anywhere that I can do a totally legal U-bolt. But I don't think there is, because we got concrete barriers everywhere, so may just have to keep on trucking. I'm going to be that guy and sit in the left-hand lane going 10k under, or 10 mile under. Why is it always my turn-offs where this stuff happens? Alright, we are really picking up the speed now. Ain't no way that we are going to be turning left anytime soon, I don't think. I could bush bash it, but that's not really the greatest idea now, is it? And really, it's only 50 mile up this way and then 50 mile back, so nothing too strenuous, it's just a little frustrating. Luckily it wasn't super major, they just need it, today before midday type thing, so You know, there's nowhere for me to duck across, so we're just going to have to keep on going. And I guess stopped it from being a stupidly quick trip, but yeah, alright, let's jump across a lane, because we are going to be doing our U-bolt just up ahead. Got an off and an on ramp that we can go down and up, so we'll be turning right here. Alright, get it slowing down. Should have been a bit more onto the brakes then. Probably just scared the crap out of the poor person driving that Chrysler in front of me. Come on, go man. I do not want to get stuck at these traffic lights. Alright. Looks like these guys had the same idea as me. They were going into, was Longview, I think. And yeah, got stuck, so we've got a red light here, so, oh no we don't. Maybe we've got a green. Come on, go man. No, I dare say we've got a red light. Alright, I will see you shortly when it goes green. Alright, so we are green finally. I got stuck here for quite a while if I'm honest, but that's fine. Oh god, why are you... Oh, my dude. Brake checking a truck, that's never a good idea. I'm going, I'm sorry. What the hell was that? Oh my god. Alright, let's get back up onto the highway, see if we can catch back up to that dick in the Chrysler. Yeah, it's probably karma because, you know, I got damn close to him coming down the hill, but he almost died. Maybe not died, but, yeah. Anyway, I digress. Let's head back up the road to Longview, I think it was, where we can finally make this delivery. It's only going to be a couple hours late, maybe. But we'll see how we go. Good news is it's a lovely day out. Can't see a cloud in the sky. Lovely blue skies. We're driving an old Kenworth. Can things get better? Well, yes, it can get better. We can be driving an old Mac, but, you know, when we're looking like the snowman, what can be wrong with life? Only thing we're missing is, you know, 600 cases of Coors. And a Trans Am, you know, doing burnouts in front of us, running blocker. Okay, so we are almost back into town now, so... Like I say, it wasn't a huge diversion, but... Yeah, it was, just enough to be annoying, I think. Oh well, it happens. Took our quick trip to one that was twice as long, so still a quick trip. Longview. Don't be another crash here. I'm not seeing anything pulled up, so I think we're good. Right, we will be turning off right here. Lovely. I'll try and get it slowed down. Oh, I'm on the fucking wrong side of the road. That's a stupid design. Okay, I'm sorry. You gave me 2 lanes and then said, no, you're on the wrong side of the road, dumbass. Okay. I mean, I know what I'm doing. I'm competent. Alright, let's get it moving again. Come up through here and then we've got to swing a right and then it's literally just up the road that we got to go, so we're essentially there. Alright, let's get it slowing on down. Around this corner, lovely. Oh, this is pretty cool. Alrighty. That's really cool. was not expecting this kind of bridge to be on this little, I'm going to say back road, but... Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Love a good rail yard. Alrighty. Let's start getting her slowed down. This is looking like yet another rail yard, I think. Seem to be just hopping rail yards lately. Alright, let's get in here. Oh, and they've got a little checkpoint for us, apparently. Right, let's get her stopped. Alright, we are good to keep going. I'm going to have to get the brakes looked at because they don't seem to be quite as good as they usually are, we'll say. I mean, they're working good and... oh, not really good enough. I almost took out their gate then. Right. There's nobody coming that way. The gate's closed, so let's keep on going. Okay, where are we going? We're going all the way up at the end of here. With any luck, they've got a big one for us to take as well. Okie doke. Let's get going through here. And it's up here on the left. Alrighty, let's get swung in here and I'll see if I can find out where it needs to go. Alright. Ooh. Gas refitting place, I think. Alright, so they've just asked me to just drive it pretty much straight, turn left, and just park it straight around the corner there. So that probably made absolutely no sense, but it'll make sense when I do it. They're just up here, around all of this stuff they said, even though there's empty bays, they're not quite ready for it yet, so... around the corner here, and then round the next corner as well, and then that'll do it. Bring it around here. I said, yeah, just in here, and they will grab it when they need it, so nice and easy for me, I guess. Alright, let's go and get her unhooked. I'll see you at the paperwork. Okay, so, yeah, double the distance driven that we really needed, but that's fine. Yeah, we got paid, yeah, $6,700 for that. I will take that. Okay, so that one's all done and delivered. I've just jumped on the laptop because we've still got plenty of time, and I've found a good one. Might be a dumb call, but I think I've found a good one. Let's get out of here first. We'll just wait for this dumper to go past, to go out the driveway hole. Alright, yep, let's join onto the traffic. And I'm going to go over and grab this job. It looks good. Righty, so we are pulling up to the location of the job, and just by going by the road that I had to drive to get in here, it's going to be a fun one unless they've got another way out of this place. Looked like it was suburbia, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to bash on the door here and tell them I'm here. I've already called ahead and said that I'm having the job, so I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so as you can see, we are a big boy. It's a massive air conditioning unit. It's oversized. It's 66,000 pounds. We're heavy. Well, not super heavy. It's not the heaviest thing we've driven, but it's definitely the biggest thing we've driven. We're going to have pilots. We've got to stay between them, and yeah. Don't think I can go very fast with it either, so. Alright, so I need to get her rolling. Looks like they are ready for me, so let's get her moving. Like I say, it's not the heaviest thing I've ever hauled, but I am going to have to be careful with it, so. Alright, got police escort and then the regular escort vehicle. I need to stay behind them. So I think I go in front of this escort, so. And as I thought, we're going to be going through the middle of suburbia with this heavy load. Okay. Grabbed a lot of curb then, but that's fine. Alright, so police escort up front. Love to see that. That's awesome. It is going to be a long one though, because at the moment we are stuck to doing 10. But that's fine. We're getting paid a lot of money for this job. It'll be my biggest paying job. It's my biggest job in just about every way. Okay, so we're up to a limit of 30, but I'm just going to get through this gate first. Just sneak on through. Alright. Now remember, I need to stay behind that cop. I'm going to keep repeating that, but it's just so cool having a police escort. When you're this big and wide and everyone's waiting for you, the best part is I don't really need to worry about traffic lights, stop signs, all that fun stuff. I can just float through. Right, through that one, lovely. Right, we're going to be chucking her right here. Okay. The cops are blocking roads off for me as well. Need to go as wide as... Oh, that's not a great spot for people to be stopped. That was a sign. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, if the escorts could make sure that people aren't stopped right there, that'd be great, but that's fine. Not having to look out for traffic coming through is making it a bit easier on me. But having to remember to swing so gosh darn wide. Okay. Got anyone around this corner? Does not look like it, so we can swing nice and wide here. Yeah, this is what I mean by the middle of suburbia. That's gonna be close to that fence. Whoa. Okay, so that hopefully is going to be the most difficult part of this. Yeah, like I said, it's not super heavy. 66,000 pounds, but we are 43 foot by 16 foot by 10 foot. So we are fairly chunky. As you can see, we're sort of just about having to drive in the middle of the road just to make things work, so. It is tad after midday. This could be a long drive for us, but I'm always up for a long drive. It's one of my favourite things to do, is just drive. That's why I'm doing it. What else would you rather do? Right, so first little bit of oncoming in front of us. So I'm just got to move over as much as I can. That makes me a little anxious. Okay. See if we can keep moving nice and quickly. We are turning right here. Did I swing that wide enough? I hope I did. Okay, nice. Alright, let's get rolling out of town, get on the highway. Try and make some time. I don't know if I... Okay, so that could be fun. Apparently one of my Escort vehicles crashed, so that's going to ruin the immersion just a little bit. Okay, let's just keep on going. I don't know what it crashed into. Maybe I'm supposed to be stopping for red lights. I don't know. Oh, we got traffic coming up on a corner. That's going to make it fun. Alright, that was not too terrible. So if the escorts could not crash, that'd be great. Make my job a lot easier. If they're going to keep doing that, then that's going to get frustrating real quick. Alright, so we are turning right here. I imagine it probably was trying to keep up or something. Okay, so we are going. We're out nice and wide. And once again, if the Escort could not crash, that would be great. Alright, it looks like everyone's stopping for us, so I'm just going to float through this red light. I've got a police in front of me, so I'm going to claim that I'm allowed to do it. And while I can, I am going to take up 2 lanes, just cause. Especially going under this bridge, my goodness. Yeah, that was fun, I think. Alright, we're chucking a left here. Luckily they've got all the traffic stopped for me already, so I can swing it nice and wide. Yeah, you don't want to race me, buddy. Might have been a little too wide, but no such thing, yeah. Whoop. Down a gear, up a gear. Just find the right one in there somewhere. Alrighty. We are just about to join onto the highway. If I remember correctly, the speed limits in these jobs are nowhere near regular highway speeds, and I've got to allow traffic to pass me, which is annoying but understandable. Alright, let's get onto this road, or onto the motorway. Lovely. At least this load looks impressive, even if we're not going to be hauling it at a high rate of speed. We're going to be moving it a long way, so let's keep the rubber side down and, yeah, try and keep it in the 1 lane would be preferable. I mean, 55, that's going to be fast enough for this, I think. Yeah, this is a damn good looking load. Alright, so we are going to be turning off just up ahead. It is up a hill, so that could make things fun. Up a hill and around a corner, that's going to be interesting. Like, I'm comfortable doing this job because it's, like I said, it's only £66,000. Say that as if it's nothing, but it's not the heaviest load I've ever taken. Right, swing that as wide as I can. And with these big loads, we are on a schedule, so I had to have a nap because they wanted to make sure that I was well rested for the trip. And they made me go and fuel the truck up before I started the job, so I'm not allowed to pull over for a nap, I'm not allowed to pull over for fuel. I just have to drive, pretty much. Alright, on to yet another motorway. We're taking a little bit of a chunk out of the Ks that we've got to do, or the miles, sorry. So we'll start getting her up to speed a little bit more. Find this policey man's in front of us. Look at all you peasants with regular loads. That's all that really matters. Does the load look good? That's all I care about most of the time. With a massive aircon unit. Alright, so I'm just going to sit over the white line here just to let all of the traffic past. Just so that I'm not slowing down everybody's day all day. There's a gear, I found it. Alright. The rumble strip was starting to annoy me a little bit, so I'm sitting so that my other wheels are on the other side of it. Giving the regular NPC traffic enough space to get around. But I'm going to have to cut across because there's a bit of a bridge. Okay. We are motoring along. We're up to 50. This is honestly a comfortable speed for this thing, I think. I mean, we will get it up to the full 55, so... Real question is, are we going for the top box? Oop, there's somebody in... I don't know what that is. Looks like it's a... 900B. Newer version of this. Oop, we are speeding just a smudgeon though, so just slow her down. Right, and we are turning off up ahead. Hopefully we can get onto one highway and just stick to it for a while. Okay, let's start getting her slowed. Oh, this does not feel comfortable. Ooh. Okay, I'm definitely going to take this slowly and people are going to get upset, but that's fine. Ain't nobody getting past me when I'm on this thing. Was feeling a little claustrophobic there, but it's good, we're fine. I could not imagine what the company's paying just the police to have so many cops out blocking roads for us. It's insane. Okay, we are coming through a lovely little town by the looks of it, but we have got those amazing things called traffic lights. And we are probably going to have to start waiting for them because we're behind some traffic now, so... Look at that, the cops are stopping traffic all over the place, that's awesome. This is awesome. Rural America. Massive load. Just driving. What more could you want? Okay, let's start feeding some speed back into it now that we're through town. Alrighty, we're back up to, well, 55, or we'll be getting back up to 55 when we can. See if we can stick to this highway for a little bit at least before ducking off to another one more than likely. This is really cool. Been waiting to find a job like this. It's nice and big and heavy that I can do confidently. And seeing that it was only £66,000, I was like, oh, I've got to jump on it while I can. It's not very often there's one of these that I can do. There's been a couple at about the 90 to 100,000 pounds, and I'm just not confident in. Sounds rude. Not confident in this truck to do it. If it was an 18 speed, I would be much more confident. I don't have the low down gearing that I would like that the 18 speed does give. There's a pickup trying to get past. Sorry, I'll move over a little bit. Going as fast as we can, my dude. There's a bit of traffic banking up behind us, so we'll let as much of that through as we can while we can. Save them from being stuck for the next... Well, we've got another 5-hour drive ahead of us, so... We'll be fine, though. Okay, speed is slowing down, but I dare say we should still be okay. They're not telling me to slow down, so it's fine. We've still got traffic coming past us. Yeah, I banked up a lot of traffic. Hey, there's another copper. He's probably running ahead to start blocking off more roads for us. Okay, keep it off the guardrail. That would be ideal. Alright, and now I have a spaghetti intersection. Oh god. I'm just going to follow the policeman and hope that he knows where we're going. Lufkin? Never heard of it. I'm sorry. My knowledge of Lufkin is that A, it exists apparently, and B, it has a spaghetti intersection. I'm sorry if anybody's from there, I'm just trying to... Just waffling really at this point. Alright, up and over the spaghetti. I'm glad that I've got the police there to escort me because I'd have no idea where I'm going. Absolutely no idea. Oop, did he just pull into... Oh! That wasn't cool. Pulled into the lane to brake check the cop. Now, I've seen some people do some dumb stuff before, but brake checking a cop that's obviously an escort for a heavy load, that's one of the dumber things I've seen. Okay, so we're getting back up to speed again. A little bit frustrating that we have to be doing this, but it's fine. Called out on the radio, the cop said, yeah, he's got the number plate there, so he's going to call one of the guys up ahead and they're going to pull him over and have a bit of a chat with him and tell him that he's a fucking idiot. Whew, okay, let's keep on motoring along. We're knocking the miles out nice and quick, to be honest. It's going by a bit quicker than I thought it would. And we're seeing a bit more of the States. Okey-doke. This is... I've said it I don't know how many times. This is awesome. I love doing wide, heavy, big stuff. This is what I live for. I have got the pedal absolutely mashed at the moment, just trying to get the speed that we need out of it. Yeah, once we get the next truck with a bit more horsepowers, changing lane maneuver is coming. Dab your speed, avoid possible crash. Okay. We are moving across. There's nobody in the mirrors. Cool. Okay. That's the other thing is they gave me their little GPS so that they can press a button and tell me what to do. Makes it a bit easier on me. Okay, so we are going to the right here. Oh god, this is interesting looking. Okay, let's keep it off the Armco. Let's move it across a little bit, that's fine. Get her running through the gears. Yeah, she's comfortable doing this job. Good news is this is giving me all of the confidence, so now I'm going to go and find the heaviest job possible. Because that wouldn't be a terrible idea. Alright, we are changing lanes up ahead again, so we are merging to the right. Okie doke, let's get across. Lovely. Alright, let's get it sped up again. This is a great looking place. I'm loving this. I'm also starting to run out of things to say, if you couldn't tell. Keep repeating myself over and over again. Having the police escort, having the Oversize pilot behind us, this is... it doesn't get better than this. I can't wait to do the really big and heavy stuff though. I am thinking that Superliner, that'll be a good deal. I think I found one that had like 2,000 Newton meters of torque. I think this has got about 1,100, so that'll really work its ass off for us. That with an 18, or hopefully I can get an 18 behind it. And we'll be pretty much set. And start getting a bit of a fleet together. I've got to call up and check on my employee, whose name I can't remember at the moment, which is a great job for a boss, isn't it? Not remembering employees' names. Alright, we've got a bit of a hill coming up. The truck's sitting nice and pretty on us, so it's quite happy sitting at, yeah, about 55, so we'll continue doing that while we can. Okay, let's hope that nobody else decides to brake check the coppers. Why are we braking? Okay, that was odd. I'm not sure why the cop was on the brakes then. I think he was just trying to let the guy in, but also saw him hit the brakes and let go really hard when he heard the Jakes screaming. All he would have seen is the bloody 3-bar grill. Okay, so we're a bit over halfway in this job, so we're making pretty damn good time, to be honest. I'm quite happy with how far we've come in this amount of time. Alright, let's grab another one. Might be a bit soon, but it's fine. It's honestly been a fairly easy job. It's just the width that you got to worry about with this one. But we've been cruising it in, so... let's grab another gear. I haven't needed the top box, so I don't think I'm going to bother, which is a good thing, I think. Cruising speed, we're just 4 high and we're pretty happy. Might be better than the 18 asterisks. It depends. Not having to go between top and bottom boxes, making it easier in some aspects, but again, having the lower crawl gears would be nice. And I could go out and probably buy an 18 for this thing, but I don't know how worth it really is. And it sounds rude to say, but I really don't know that it's worth it. Alright, we've finally got some hilly stuff happening. We're getting overtaken by a double. Come on, keep it going. Lovely. By a Kenworth double. That's interesting. Alright, Houston, Texas. This is not our destination. Alright, let's grab another gear. Not sure how much I like being in the middle lane here. Whoop, God, we're starting to speed. It's getting away from us a little bit. Alright. Right, let's set the cruise control and we'll see how long we can keep that on for. So I just had a cheeky little drink and bite to eat while we're doing this. They said I can do that, so that's fine. I just like to be quick about it because A, we got massive load on, so trying to be as undistracted as possible. But yeah, the truck's happily sitting doing 55 at the moment, or 56 now, because we're going slightly downhill. Okie doke. Looks like we might have to move lanes over, but I don't know. No, we should be right. We're going straight, so we shouldn't need to move over. Alright, so we've been driving for 6 hours so far. We're making some pretty good time, to be totally honest with you. We started at midday and we're at, well, 6:30 now, so 6.5 hours we've been cruising for. So, it's been a good run for us. Be good to have a chat with the pilot guys after this as well, see what they thought. I'd like to think I made good time, but they may be wondering why we're taking so long. They're probably wondering why we're not done yet. We've got an ETA of a bit after 8, so yeah, we're 60 nice miles to go. Alright, we've got a lane change coming up. Oh! Why? Dude. Okay. I'm going to have a bit of a chat with this cop and tell him not to hit the brakes like that again. Because that's what's going to cost us a lot. That was not cool, my dude. We can merge without you having to jump on your brakes. Oh, I lost all of my momentum for this hill as well, so... Okay, let's just cruise it back up through the gears. It's fine, it's fine. Alright. Drop it back down one, and oh god, this is... bit unnerving. Trying to keep it off the concrete on the inside and not hit the concrete on the outside. It's making me a little anxious. If we could please not have concrete right next to us on each side, that'd be great. Okay. Let's just follow this copper for a bit more. Okay, so he's going to be making a maneuver. Alright, look at that. He didn't hit the brakes. Lovely, he's landing. So the real question is the drop-off going to be through the middle of suburbia as well, where we've got to, you know, snaky through everything? I hope not. Okay. We've got 44 miles to go, so we are really rolling in at the end of this run now, so... Oh. Speed's starting to creep up again. Let's just grab the cruise control for the last little bit that we can. Oh. Hopefully it's just somewhere nice and easy to get into, because honestly, fatigue's starting to set in a bit for this long drive. We're within the last hour, so hopefully we're not trying to snake through suburbia like the start of the run. I mean, that was cool and all, but yeah, I'm ready to be done with this load. Don't get me wrong, it's really nice load, and the trailer's really nice. It doesn't move or anything. It's been a long day. We're coming up on 8 hours driving, so it's really starting to wear on me a little bit. Ugh. About 26 miles to go. We are absolutely cruising through. That guy was parked right up that copper's clacker. Okay, so... You know what? I've just realised I didn't even ask where we were going. I just said, hey, I'll take that load. And they're like, yeah, follow that copper and we'll see you there. What is all this then? This is an awesome looking bridge. This is cool as hell. Alright, so the speed was starting to get away from us a little bit while I was, honestly, probably not paying as much attention as I should. We are turning off right here. Galveston. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name as well. I seem to butcher all of them, so... Alright. Coming down here, and then we got to chuck a hard left. Looks like they've already got the intersection blocked off for us, so... I think we've had, like, all of the state troopers helping us with this. Okay. And that guy parked right on the inside is not making my job easy. Oh, and yeah. Nothing I could have done there. I think I was as wide as I could physically go. I need to be stopped before the intersection or waved through before I get there, really. Good news is it's nowhere too difficult to get to. Check out the boats. Not distracted you are? Yeah, it's just up through town here a little bit, actually, so... We were so good for so long, and there was just nothing I could do to get around that traffic car, so... Okay. They'll be on the horn telling them that we are just around the corner. just to make sure that they're ready for us. Are we at yet another rail yard? I think we might be. Right, so we're chucking a left here. Okay. Go, Mr. Oh, okay, he's getting out of the way for me. Okay. Ooh. Over all the railway crossings. That's cool. Alright. Are they going to open this gate for me? How's everybody doing? Thank you. Grab a gear that's going to, you know, get me moving. I'm coming. You don't have to wave me through so aggressively, my dude. Okay. Whoa. Any wider, and I don't think we would have fit through there. Okay. Alright. To the left, and then we've got to swing it straight to the right again. Preferably without hitting anything else would be nice. Hey, we got a port here as well, so that's cool. Not just a rail yard. Alright, let's go up and we'll see what they want me to do with it. Right, we'll just pull up here. They got a few people here ready for me, so let's see what they want me to do. Alright, so they've asked me to chuck it in that parking bay just over there, so what I'll do is I will get it moving forwards just a bit. Just so that I clear the little truck and everything. The little dock tug that's just on the inside there. So get it around there and then swing it nice and hard. And hopefully it all falls into place for me. With any luck it does anyway, because I mean it is me and I'm not exactly known to be the best at parking these things. So let's get it pulled up just over here. And we'll see how we go. Just a little bit further forwards, I think. Alright. Let me just double check. I think that's good. Yep, they're giving me the right hand signal, so let's get her uncoupled. I'll see you at the paperwork. Alright, so not the longest job we've ever had, not the heaviest job we've ever had, but definitely the best paying job we've ever had. Look at that, $21,000, got to love that. And just like that, they've picked it up and taken it away from me. Somebody else has come and got the trailer, so I'm going to call it there for the night, guys. Thank you all for watching. As usual, hints, tips and tricks are always greatly appreciated. Until next time, be good or be good at it, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.